Hello everyone and Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Ikra Freelancing Wali, facilitator at Rahani School, Khorengi campus. As you guys know, the interview series is a part of Rahani School, Khorengi campus, and today we have a very special guest, and her name is Gabe. So we talk about our topic is NASA. That what is it? And he is related to NASA. So welcome, Gabe, to our show. How are you?
Hi, good morning to you. Good evening from here. It's 10 o'clock at night here, and I know it's 8 o'clock in the morning there. So I say good morning to everybody in Pakistan, and I'm doing excellent. I had a great day, and I'm looking forward to the interview and seeing what questions you ask because I'm really curious.
Little bit internet problem.
Yeah,
Okay, Gab. So can you introduce yourself?
sure. So my name is Gabe. This is a nickname. This is what my friends call me. This is what I ask everyone to call me. I'm right now in Florida near Cocoa Beach, near Kennedy Space Center, where we have NASA. And I had a job out there for 17 years. And about 9 years ago, I quit my job because I was doing a lot of international speaking. And I just started traveling around the world speaking at schools. And it's been a blast. I've done now 18 countries. Pakistan was my 18th country. And I totally enjoyed the time in Pakistan and the time at Rayhan School.
Oh, that's great. Okay, Gab. So can you tell me that what is NASA?
So NASA is an exploration agency. It stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. So NASA was developed, I think, about 60 years ago. It evolved to what it is today over the last 60 years. But NASA is looking to explore the universe, explore the solar system, looking for life beyond Earth, looking to find out what might be out there, and just part of a very interesting adventure to explore the unknown.
Oh, okay, that's great. So can you tell me that what you can do in NASA?
So when I was in NASA, my job was like a civil structural type of engineer. So a civil structural type of engineer deals with roads and buildings and bridges, things like that. And and it doesn't matter if I'm in Karachi or if I'm in Florida or anywhere in the world. If you're a civil structural type of engineer, you kind of do the same thing. It's the same like I was referred to a nurse. If you're a nurse, you're going to be a nurse. You do the same thing everywhere you go. It doesn't really make much difference. But the thing about doing it here and doing it at Kennedy Space Center for NASA, it's magical. There's no place in the world like this, and it's just so much fun. It's not what you do, it's where you do it that makes it so much fun. At least for me, I love it. I love every second of it, and I think it's a magical environment.
Yeah, it was. It is. Okay, if you are doing job in NASA, so what's your experience? Can you share it with my audience?
So I talk about the different things. So I most people who are engineers, if you become an engineer, and many of you will become engineers who's listening to this, you become many different disciplines: civil, structural, electrical, mechanical, architectural. These are all types of engineers. Together, usually form a team, and you sit down and you design a structure to be used by some agency. That's how things happen. Someone has a requirement for a new building. Okay, we have this many people, we have this many square feet, or all of these kinds of things, and then a group of engineers sit down collectively, and each one does their part as a team. They design this building for people to use. So that's as a design engineer. My job was a little bit differently. I basically was programming money to fix things that were broke. So one of the things I dealt with was bridges. Florida is a peninsula. That means it's surrounded by water on three sides. So we have ships that go to space. That's called flight hardware. Has to come by train or has to come by truck, and they go over a bridge. And these bridges open and close to allow ships to go underneath them. So if the bridge isn't working, then the flight hardware can't get to the space center, and you can't launch the ships. So I might go in the morning one day and it's, hey Gabe, this bridge isn't working. Go figure out why. So I go out to the bridge. I talk to the bridge tender. That's the person who operates the bridge. Hey, why isn't this thing working? We try to figure out. Then, okay, how do we fix it? And how much does it cost? So it was fun for me because every day was a new adventure. I did it with elevators. I did it with roofs. I did it with interior and exterior buildings, air conditioning systems. So I got to see everything on Kennedy Space Center, all of the launch complexes, all the super cool buildings. I got to see everything. it was always exciting, and I was outside all the time, and I like being outside much better than being inside. So I really totally enjoyed it.
Oh, that's great. That's so much fun. Oh, okay, Gab. If I want to become a NASA engineer, so what should I have to do? Should I have to do some study, or should I have to be some experience?
Yeah, if you want to be a NASA engineer, it's a challenge for any non-American citizen. One of the biggest challenges anybody faces who's not an American citizen. In order to work for NASA, you have to be an American citizen. So your first challenge is, if you want to work for NASA, okay, how do I become an American citizen? I can't do anything without that. So that's the first challenge. And what I suggest to students around the world, including you, if it's something you think you'd want to do, okay, in order to become a citizen of America, you have to get to America, and then you have to live there. So how do you get there? One of the best ways to get there is through university. Everybody in Pakistan, I know most people in Pakistan really, really smart. So you're not going to have any problems getting into a university brain wise, but you have something you have to plan. And once you get to you want to study aeronautical or aerospace engineering, almost any engineering do it, but those two will probably be the best two, aerospace or aeronautical engineering. You come to America, you spend 4 years at a university, you get your bachelor's degree in some type of engineering discipline, and then you find a job and you stay in America. Then you have to establish a residency, you become a citizen, and you apply to go to NASA just like everybody else. Now, it's going to take time. This isn't something you can't just rush through, but either way, you're going to pass through those days. And if you're going to pass through those days doing something you'd really like to do, it doesn't matter how much time it takes. It's all fun. It's all an adventure, and it's all to be enjoyed. So that would be my recommendation for anybody who wants to work for NASA. You have to get to university in America, and then stay. It might take you 15 or 20 years. You have to understand that seems like forever, but either way, you're going to pass through those 15 or 20 years. So you can do it, reaching a goal. It's going to take a long time to get there, or something else. But I encourage anybody who wants to do it to definitely to try.
Oh, it takes so long time, like 20 years.
Well,
Okay.
try not to think of 20 years. Try to think of
Uh,
just one day at a time, and try not to think it's going to take me all this time. Little steps. First you've got to finish high school, then you've got to get to America, then you go to university. I mean, you're going through those years anyway, and after university, you get a job. You're going to have a job anyway. So it's just going to take you time to achieve your ultimate goal, which would be to get to NASA. But you don't know what might happen between now and then. But it's great to have that kind of a goal to me if it's something you really want to do. But try not to think it's going to be a long time. It's just one day at a time.
for giving me your special time. We will meet again, inshallah, in Pakistan also. Thank you so much. Till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.
Okay, before you leave, I want you to give me a big smile. I'm going to take a screenshot. Are you ready?
Okay, okay, I'm ready.